I'm Wedin, graphic artist and designer for Hotline Miami.
And Hotline Miami 2.
Hotline Miami 2 now.
Yeah. So, first of all, thanks for making Hotline Miami 1. I absolutely love this game. I think I played it like in trance for hours.
Cool.
I'm not sure how you did this, but yeah, it really was. I really like to call it a trance game, a game where you really get into the flow.
Yeah, that's the point. That was the point.
I think, if there are going to be any major change to this formula in the second Hotline Miami?
Not the gameplay. The gameplay is pretty much intact from the first one. Yeah. So it's going to be more characters that you will play as. They will all have different ways of playing, like small tweaks, even bigger than the mask in the first game. And also it's going to be more story-driven for each character, stuff like that. And more variation, more of everything. So that's the big change.
There was a big discussion about you could call it the meta game, or what does the game tell you about the player who plays it. Is this also a big motive again, or is there something you want the players to experience? You want to tell the players?
It's gonna be, of course, how you each character have different motives to what they're doing, and what drives them, and you will get different feelings from playing with each character. Yeah. And we're gonna try to add a bit of sadness to the game because it's the last game for Hotline Miami. This is the final. So.
Okay. Not your first game, as the last game ever.
No, but the last Hotline Miami. This is the final.
Did you originally plan to do a second game, or was it just meant to be a standalone?
No, we had all this backstory and all these characters that we come up with when we were making the game. So we had material and we wanted to be able to make these characters in a sequel. But and since the first game did so good, we felt like we can do. People want one more. So and we have material and want to make one more. So we did that. But
so you can say this is a complete Hotline Miami, initially imagined.
Yeah. This is the whole story that we want to tell with the game.
Do you have to be a veteran of the first game to enjoy this, or is this also enjoyable for a new player?
Yeah, of course it is, but for me, I should say you should play the first game for the story. So because this one builds on the first game, it's a prequel and a sequel. You will see characters from the first one coming back for this one. So I think it's more enjoyable if you play the first one, story-wise. But if you just want action, you can play this game also.
Is there anything that changed personally for you with the success of the first game? Like the way you do games?
No, not really. We are still making the game that we want to make and what we want to say with Hotline Miami. Some people will like it, some people will not like it and say that this and that should have been there or shouldn't have been there. It's too similar to the first game.
Yeah, what does the future hold for you? Do you have any plans after Hotline Miami?
Yeah, we had a game that we started on after Hotline Miami.
Okay.
But we felt so strongly for the sequels, we couldn't stop talking about it. So we felt like, let's finish Hotline Miami, make this grand finale, and then we can move on to the other game. But we have another franchise that we're going to start with after this game. That's going to be totally different.
What's the release plan for Hotline Miami 2?
We hope to be done with the game later this year, in December. So probably will be released sometime next year, early next year.
Are you going to first release it on Steam, or is this a multi-platform release?
We are working with the team that made the port for the first game, so hopefully we can release it pretty much at the same time, but as of now we don't really know how it's going to be at the end, but we hope to have it released pretty much at the same time.
But Steam is set, or?
Steam is set, and PS4 is set, and Vita is set. So.
Yeah. Thanks for the interview.
No, thank you.
You have reached the wrong number.